Hi everyone, my name is Joe Wrights with Stanley Security, and this is Nation Talks. On today's episode, I really want to just kind of discuss the new Summit app and kind of take you guys through it and show you just the basics of how it works and what it's used for. So if you go to Google Play or the App Store, you'll find an app just aptly called Summit. And when you log in, basically what this app does is it's just a fun kind of social media tool that you can kind of see what's going on all around the show and experience Summit through everyone else's eyes, which is cool by itself. But then beyond that, it's an awesome networking tool. You can really connect with other Summit attendees, actually in even cooler ways than you could in previous year's apps. So I think there's been a lot of cool improvements that I'll briefly preview here. And then also, it's a great organizational tool. So when you log in, this is just the activity feed. You can see there's not really a whole heck of a lot here yet. It's mostly just everyone being excited about Summit being in less than 20 days now. So as we start to get closer, this is really going to amp up. There's going to be a lot of awesome energy around this activity feed. But like most apps, there's a little menu up here in the top left. You just click that. And then I'm just going to kind of work down this list. So first thing, kind of going out of order, I mentioned you could use this as an organizational tool. So you can actually leaf through each of the days and plan your sessions and add them to your agenda. So not to be suggestive or anything, but if say this were the right session for you, you could tap on it, read all about the description. You could do a couple things from this screen. If you click on this add this pen and paper icon here, you can actually write a status about it, and that's going to show up in the activity feed. If you go back here and you add a note at the bottom, these are like your personal notes for the session. They save locally to your phone, and then you can reference them later. So if I wanted to add this to my agenda, there would be a little button here at the bottom that says add to my agenda. Since it's already on mine, it's going to stay. And if you want to see all of your agenda in its current state, there's this very easy to miss thing along the top where it says My Agenda. And these are all the things that you put on your own calendar to register for. So this app will keep you organized, and as these times approach, you'll actually get push notifications to your phone of, hey, this session, good content versus good enough, is occurring in 10 minutes or whatever. So it keeps you organized that way on site. And then this little icon here at the top, you can export your agenda to your calendar just so it kind of syncs up if that's useful to you. Next up is the speakers little section. So interestingly enough, I don't see the champs on here yet, but all the other speakers are here, and what you can do is you can bookmark them. So like say, for example, were I unwed and Anne Handley were also unwed, I have a ridiculous crush on her brain. But if I wanted to learn more about her, I can see her bio here. You can either search by name if I knew Anne was coming, I could search her by name, or I could scroll through the feed and just notice she was there. And then all of her upcoming sessions at Summit are going to be here. So if I knew that I wanted to attend anything Anne said, which I do, I would just simply click this icon right here to add it to my agenda, and there it is. If you can also bookmark people and sponsors, so it's a little top icon in the top right, and then what that does is there's a separate, back in the menu, there's another thing down here for bookmarks where you can see people you follow or companies that you wanted to learn more about, just as an easy reference tool to get back to them quickly. So that's kind of useful. Speaking of exhibitors, under sponsor profiles, there's all the folks that are going to be exhibiting at Summit. So if you wanted to talk to someone about developing an app like this for a show like yours, you could talk to Double Dutch, or if you wanted just to talk to video content marketing, content marketing tools for your stack. You can talk to someone like Uberflip or Vidyard. All those kinds of companies are here. So you can really, and with that and with the map function, you can really map out, not only where the sessions are, but also on the expo hall, see where everyone's exhibiting. So you can kind of build a plan of attack that way about where to go and what your route's going to be and who you want to talk to or who you don't. And then After that, there's a free stuff section here, which it doesn't load anything yet, but I think that's something we should kind of stay tuned for, because it's going to be probably something pretty cool at Summit that sounds like Double Dutch and Marketo have in store for us. And the other cool thing that I wanted to touch on briefly is that, and this wasn't there last year, is if you're going to Summit alone, that can be pretty daunting. But now there's this user group channel feature where you can find your user group and really just start like a group text basically, and really connect with people that way. So these are going to be people that are going to be local to your area. You might run into them from time to time, or just make close friends that live locally. So it's a very useful tool that wasn't there last year. Strongly encourage you to check that out and use it, and really connect with the other Marketo users in your area. Last little thing here is we already talked about bookmarks a little bit, but you can go into the photo feed, and obviously there's not much here because the app is so new, but it will be a backlog of all the photos that have been posted to the app. So if you wanted to just save something that you thought was really cool that someone else posted, you could go here and, for example, just tap on something and see the post. You could save a screenshot, and away you go. One thing I do want to encourage you guys to do is, when you're in the menu, click on your name. You can add a picture just by clicking Edit Profile or tapping, and then tapping on the little silhouette, and then you can either take a photo or choose from your library, whatever's on your phone, and you can change your title or your company name, whatever you want to do, and then just click the little checkbox up here, and you're done. So there's probably going to be a lot more. Oh, something else I should have touched on is, if you wanted to follow somebody, what you can do is go down to the search feature and say, like, I am friends with Dory, so I want to make sure I follow her on the app. So I would simply search for her, tap her name, this little person with the plus sign icon, I just tap it. Now I'm following her. I can send her direct messages. I can view her activity and get notifications anytime she does anything in the app, like if she posts something or tags me or anything like that. Now I'm following her. So that's a quick overview of how the Summit app works. You guys are going to find it to be an amazing, exciting tool, and I can't wait for this just to blow up with activity. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, download it now on Google Play or the App Store, and hope to see you guys all at Summit.